Hey guys, and welcome back to the current Swansea season, where things have not really been going to plan. Luckily, at the moment, the club is still satisfied. We're at 50%. Though obviously, if things continue to go as they are, I can see that definitely going down. But we have made improvements over the last month, so hopefully that is a good sign that we're going to improve and push on from here, maybe get back to normal. That's what I hope. But you never know what's going to happen in football. Sometimes you can just have unthinkable things happen. So last time we drew against Inter Milan. Very good result for us. You know, can you imagine Swansea playing Inter? It's crazy to think about. And we drew 2-2. Very good result. After that, things weren't so good. We played Fulham and we lost 2-0. Playing against Fulham, this is a game that you would really be thinking that we should win, but Fulham were all over us. It was just a disaster, and I kept thinking to myself, what's happened to this team? Dembele's come back into the team. He's still not scoring. Not scoring anywhere near as much as last season, and it just started, this was the game when I started to go, okay, maybe we're going to get fired this season. This was kind of the lowest point. Fulham aren't bad, actually, in my game. Last season, they did quite well, actually. And the second season, they're doing even better. But we're having a lot of trouble against them. I didn't expect it to be that bad, especially at home. So, yeah, let's go away from this match, because I don't want to think about it anymore. After that, we came up against Liverpool, and we lost this game as well. So you can see a continued poor performance in the Premier League overall. Yeah, just not good enough. I think at this point we had one win in the Premier League against Stoke. That was it. We came against Liverpool, another tough team. We've had quite a few tough games in this half of the season. But, you know, then we had other games like Fulham and West Brom. We've lost them, so I can't really say it was too tough. We came against Liverpool. We lost 4-2. We played much better than against Fulham, but it wasn't good enough. Sergio Aguero. Guys, Aguero at 31 years old, and he's still really good. Look, valued at 42.5 million at 31 years old. He's still amazing, and he's at Liverpool? Could you imagine the current Liverpool team with Aguero? That would be crazy. That would be an amazing purchase, I think. How did they get him? They paid 27 million, and he scored, what? He scored 25 goals last season. And they only... What? Man City. I mean, Man City obviously have a lot of money. They obviously brought in some other strikers, I guess, this season. But that is crazy to think about. The fact that they only bought him for 27 million. And his performance last season was his best since 2004. Yeah, you probably would. I guess, actually, 2015 he scored less. But he played 4 less games. But overall, you know, he's just always a good striker. And he's doing it for Liverpool. I mean... He scored a hat-trick against me. So, yeah, that completely took us down. Rodrigo scored. Actually, Rodrigo is playing really well. I've really been impressed with him, actually, for the last couple of months. So, he's just improving all the time. Dembele did score, but that was in the 81st minute. We're already 4-1 down. So, yeah, not really much to take from that. After that, we played our Europa League game against Rapid Wien. And we won 3-1. Really good to go into a Europa League game and actually win a game. So we lost, drew, and won once against every team. Dembele scored. Rodrigo actually scored 2 goals. 2 goals by Rodrigo. And that won us the game. Dembele did miss a penalty as well. So yeah, Dembele just continuing that poor form. Then we came against Everton in the Premier League. And we won the match. I mean... I don't know, the last 2 games, 2 wins, much better, much better. You know, considering the last few months we've not won 2 games in a row at all. So the fact we're able to do that is really good. We won 4-2 against Everton. Markovic scored. Dembele did score 2 goals, and Mesa scored a goal. But then Dembele got injured. So, yeah. So Dembele finally starting to score... And he gets injured. Sandro did score 2 goals against us. At that point, it was 2-1 to Everton. But the team did really well to bring it back. Played pretty well. Possession-wise, wasn't so great. But we're scoring goals. And that's something we've not been very good at doing this season, as you can see. And we've let in too many goals as well, really. But it's just been a poor season overall from the team. Very surprising. If we have a quick look at the competition, you can see here, we're currently sat in 16th, which is not where we want to be. If we can win the next game, we can go up to 14th. So, yeah, it's not going to improve anytime soon, I don't think. We need to be getting to 10th. We have to try and catch... if we want this to be a successful season, we have to get the top 10. Considering the last couple of seasons, not being in the top 10 would be not a disaster, just be disappointing. And being in the below 15 is a disaster, really, on the improvements we made over the last couple of seasons. Unless we do something great in Europa League or the FA Cup, then I might, go, okay, fine, if we can get to the FA Cup final and win a trophy, or if we get to Europa League final, win a trophy, then having a bad season in the Premier League, I can accept, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen based upon our season so far. In Europa League, we're currently 3rd. We're 1 point behind Inter. I think Stuttgart actually beat Inter. Oh no, they drew against. They drew against them. So these two actually drew together. So if we can beat one of them in our next match, we'll hopefully beat a Rapid Wien. If we can beat one of them in our next match against them, we should be able to get 2nd place. But it's going to be a tight one. So yeah, anything could really happen right now. For today's match, though, we have the first game of the month of November. We're playing against Southampton. Now, Southampton over the last couple of seasons have been around mid-table. Overall, Southampton having a good time. 8th, 7th, 6th, 8th, 10th, 11th. That's a pretty good run of seasons for Southampton. Gabbiadini, is that how you pronounce it? Gabbiadini is their key player. 27 years old. I didn't realize how young he was. Huh. Yeah, I didn't realize actually how young he was. I thought he was slightly older, actually. But he's having a really good season so far, and he had a really good last season. When it comes to their transfers, a quick look. They sold 47 million. Wesley Hote was sold for 24 million, could rise to 35. He's valued at 42 million. Wow. Okay, well, they made some money off him, it looks like. Yeah, so Southampton paid... What did Southampton pay? I don't think we know. So apparently we don't know how much Southampton paid, but they sold him for 26 million. I'm going to say they probably made a profit off him. That's a lot of money. But he's valued at higher than that. Other than that, you got Benjamin Stambouli, sold for like 6 million. Sam Gallagher sold to Brighton for about 5 million. Jordi Classy sold to Moscow for about 6.25 million, could rise to 8.5. That seems quite cheap. Yeah, I guess. Jordi Classy, when he first came to the Premier League, he was always one of those players who was kind of rated very highly. When he was in the Dutch league, and a lot of people said maybe it was another one of those new Dutch players that might be really good. Because there's a lot of players, and they play in the Dutch league, they go to foreign leagues, and they become amazing, There's a lot of them over the last, I don't know how long, 30 years? Maybe even before that? My history knowledge of the Dutch league before 30 years is not very good. But over the last 30 years, they always produce some really good players. But he's not really done amazing. He's not lit the Premier League on fire in real life. But that still seems quite cheap. But let's have a quick look at what they brought in. They spent 29.5 million. Not that much, actually, considering a lot of our Premier League teams. They brought in from Celtic a very good young player. This is a player that I always notice, and I think looks pretty nice. Christopher, is it Adja? I'm not sure to pronounce it, but he always looks pretty good in FM. He's very young. He plays at Celtic. They bought him for 500,000. They paid 15.75 million. That's a lot of money. And he's only 21 years old. But his mentals are brilliant. Could you imagine how much he could improve? He could improve even more than that, possibly. So I always think he's kind of a good one to buy for, like, a lower league Premier League team, because he'll improve a lot. He can probably make a lot of money from that. Then again, they did pay quite a lot of money. Danny Ings, they also bought. Okay, Danny Ings. Really? Valued at 18 million. Okay, how's he done so far? He did score 12 goals in the German league. That's not too bad. Left Liverpool for 9 million. They made 500,000 from him. Bremen, I'm not sure if that was a great deal. Then again, maybe you had better strikers than him. Maybe that's why you sold him. But yeah, Let's jump in the match. Let's try and get a win here. And just hope that this is a tournament. Hopefully the win against Rapid Wien and then the win against Everton. That is the turn-in of our season. We have to cross our fingers. If we end up getting fired, I'll tell you right now, if this season ends with me getting fired, that's probably where we'll end the season. The whole series, actually, because this series was just meant to be playing during the beta to see how the new game works. But I just enjoyed it so much and we did so well, I decided to keep it going. But it was always about just playing as Swansea. If we ever did do another series after this, it would be starting out in a lower league or maybe in a distant foreign league and trying to go from the bottom to the top. That's what I'd probably do, like we did in FM17, but maybe more of a journey rather than sticking with one club. But that'll be after this series. But for now, we're still here. We're still the Swansea manager. We still have a hope. We're still in Europe. You know, there's still lots of good things going on. But today we lost a few players. Mawson is out injured. He has asked also to play more first-team games, so I'm going to give him a chance, but he got injured. Ayew is out injured for a couple of weeks, and Dembele is out for 2 to 4 months. Yeah, started scoring again, and now he's out for a few months. And with Jordan Ayew out, that doesn't help either. But luckily we got Bezidin, our young Ukrainian player. He's been performing not too bad, I would say. Oh. He's not scored at all in the Premier League, but we've been using him as like he comes on for Dembele. So a lot of those are coming off the bench. So that looks bad, but he is the current top goal scorer in our season. But yeah, that looked really bad when I looked at it. But believe me, he's actually playing quite nicely. We got Rodrigo up there, playing really good. Markovic is having a great season. Possibly our best player so far this season, you might argue. Goodmanson, not really having a good season. Don't know what happened to him. Then we got Rolando Mandragora. He's actually having a really good time. His passing is really good. The top passing in our team. And he's not doing too bad. We've got Mesa, Jack Wilshere up here. Kabaye is taking a backseat. I think Mesa is performing better than him, so he's coming in. Maybe this is the time. Kabaye is just gone too old now. Maybe this is the last season for him with us. We'll have to wait and see. I still think he's really good. And we've got Diop, Olsen, Maguire, Lowton at the back. Norton, not him and Lowton. It says Lowton's a lower number, but I actually think he's performing better when I watch him. Pickford, I still don't know. I'm still not completely sold on him right now. Maybe he's just getting used. Sometimes it takes a player, 6 months to get used to a team. We're keeping things simple. Because Southampton are kind of a difficult team to predict. They have a lot of creative players. A lot of players can play different ways, different positions. So I'm keeping things kind of simple. And we'll see how things go. But Pickford is definitely the biggest question mark on the team right now. I don't know. Maybe I think he just needs a bit more time. I'll give him to January. After January, if he keeps performing badly, Fab might have just come back in the first team. Even though Fab's getting old now. He's getting a little bit old and his stats are going down. But maybe he's just better goalkeeper, Pretty good team there. You got Redmond on the side. Adja is there. Tadic. Some good players there. Forster. Southampton, never an easy team. Expectations are high from their fans as well. They're one of those teams that the fans have quite a lot of expectations, especially now they're back in the Premier League. But let's have a quick look. We're playing at home, so let's be passionate and say, let's do it for the fans. We'll go out there. The absence of Dembele is sure to hurt. I'm privileged to have a squad of fantastic players. Yes, we have a great squad of players. And we're going to go for extended highlights, of course. And let's play. Let's continue this run of form, guys. Make this a winning run of form. Make it 3 wins in a row. We need this. We need this. Otherwise, we could be facing a sack. Oh, good tackle there. Olsen grabbing the ball. Gets it out, but the highlight is going to continue. More. Can he get the ball in? Ooh. Okay, I thought he was going to get the ball to Redmond there. Redmond, though, offside. Good, good, good. I can now change this. We'll do... Was it focus? No, action zones. Action zones is what I like. We'll change this to overview just for a second. But there, let's do that. Let's see what happens here. Can we get the best out of these players Did I make too many changes? You know, has it taken the players a while to get used to the team? You know, Rodrigo, Mandragora, they're both fitting in the team very nicely at the moment. Maguire's doing okay. But Pickford, not. He's the big question mark right now. And obviously we're not scoring enough goals, but here comes Bezadin. He's in a great position, and he wasted the ball. Just said we need to score more goals, and Bezadin may be showing why we're not scoring as many goals. Tadic with a pretty good free kick, but Pickford hits it over. That's a good sign there for Pickford. Pickford is trying to, you know, justify to me that he is the first team goalkeeper that he was meant to be when we brought him in. And that was not a good shot. Not good at all. So far, it's kind of going their side. Okay, we got the ball. Mesa. Let's make something of it, guys. Wilshere gets the ball to Bezadin. Bezadin gets it into Rodrigo. Rodrigo just heads it down. I think also, actually, our midfield attacking players, like Mason, Wilshere. Well, obviously, Kabay was there most of this season so far. I don't think they've been good enough. They've not been creative enough. Wilshere was like one of our top assist players last season. This season, though, he's not. But obviously, he was injured as well. That's a good point. And Gabardini has scored. There we go. Cedric with the assist. Right in front of the goal. Let's have a quick look at that once again. But he was just stood in front of the goal, basically. Gets it in. Heads it. Very, you know, good cross. You got to give him that. But this is not looking good. We're at home, and we're losing. And they've got a corner here. Oh dear, is this really going to be a sad, sad season? It's been so good so far these last 2 seasons. How could this happen? I feel like since the update, I've not been doing as well with Swansea. So maybe I'm just putting it out there, you know, maybe the update made the tactics I made for Swansea specifically not good. I don't know. Maybe some of the changes they did maybe are things that made our team good before. I don't know. It just seems really weird, this kind of collapse in form for our team from the last 2 seasons when they were very actually, very good. That's just the word to say it, isn't it? They just were that good. Okay, bounced off. Romeo Tadic fires it in for Moore, but Moore hits it back. Redmond gets again. Okay, blocking, but it looks like he hit it off. Oh, I thought it bounced off one of our players. But we're not getting much, are we? Maybe we should try and go on the attack. Let's try and go on the attack. We are playing a more defensive formation. We'd think with them playing 4-4-2, they shouldn't have this much control over the midfield to make creative attacks. Okay, here we go. Olsen. Mandragora, Olsen. Wilshere. Rodrigo gets... Rodrigo, before this game, I was praising you very highly. He's been really good. He has a little, you know, little quirks here and there. Sometimes he's just a bit iffy, but he always does something good. And now we're 2-0 down to Southampton. I'm going to be sacked, aren't I? I'm going to be sacked. Damn. The only thing keeping us, I think, afloat is probably the Europa League. If we can just get through to the second round of the Europa League, I'll be fine, I feel like. But this is actually a disaster. When you consider the previous 2 seasons, now expectations aren't that we should get to Europe. You know, I just set myself that, but they at least want a top half finish, I think, is what they wanted. Was it middle? Did they want middle? I think it was a top half finish. I better check that again. I'm forgetting now. Let's be assertive. I expect a much better go second half. Okay, it's kicked these. You know, it's got the wind under their sails, hopefully. 2-0 down against Southampton. God, come on. Bezadin. Rodrigo. Rodrigo. See, I can't even blame Bezadin because I feel like there's not been any chances. Really. Bezadin gets to the Marco. Oh, Markovic. Good attempt there. But the goalkeeper reacted very well. We can have a corner for Mesa. Hits into Southampton players. Bezadin gets it to Mandragora. Wilshere. Melsa is tackled, but Wilshere picks up the ball. Gets it out. Yeah, I was going to say in, but no, he gets it out. This needs to be better, guys. I'm going to have to make some changes if this doesn't... If this is not going to work, guys, I'm going to have to make some changes because you guys just aren't performing. This is getting ridiculous. I can't just change the whole team. I can't just change the whole team for the every single game. Okay, let's just make some changes. Jack, Wilshere, Mesa. I just felt the midfield just not helping to create anything. Let's bring Kabay on. Wilshere's looking tired. Mesa is not having a good game. I'm going to take off Mesa. I probably should take both of them off, to be honest. Let's take both of them off, actually. We'll put it that way. And the defense has not been great, but Southampton have been getting more shots than us. And we need to score. But instead of... I have no other strikers. It's Ayew and Dembele are the backup. So I could put Rodrigo up front. He can go up front, but he's not really a striker, is he? Goodman, okay, we're going to take off Markovic. He's not having a good game, apparently. Okay, let's do that. Probably should have changed it. I was thinking about changing the defender just because... But I can't really blame the defense. I don't feel like, you know, they have had 6 shots on target. They've had double our shots, you know. They're managing to break through, though, quite a bit. So maybe we could say it's the defense's fault. But also midfield, I would say. Goodmanson, not a good free kick. Not a good free kick. You know, from Icelandic players, you know, we expect good free kicks. That's what I expect. Tadic now have a free kick for Southampton. Another chance for Southampton, but Redmond hits it. And Pickford pushes it over. We got 15 minutes to score 2 goals just to get a draw. Not even get a win. Just to get a draw. Moore picking up the ball over there. Kicks it down for Tadic. And they hit it round. Okay, it's fine. If they make it 3-0, that just shows how poor we've been. Like, just... I keep trying to stress to you guys how poor this is compared to the last 2 seasons. Like, just watching some of these games, like the Fulham game, we just lost 2-0. And it wasn't like we were unlucky. Like, last season when we'd lose games, it normally felt quite unlucky sometimes. But this season, it just felt like the other teams were better. And same with this match, Southampton game. They have just been the better team. And nothing came of that either. Maybe I deserve to be sacked at this rate. How did Moore not score that? That should have been 3-0. I deserve to be... Right now, I feel like I deserve to be sacked. Then again, I also feel like the players deserve to all be sacked because there's no way all these players changed this much from last season and the season before. Okay, Sung Young hits it in, but gets no on Mandragora. This is your last chance to even have an attempt. There you go. Well, we're definitely not going to make it 2-2. That's something I can definitely say with certainty. Kabay hits in. Oh, Diop actually scored. Okay, overload. Let's go for it. Get that extra goal. Could this be a comeback? Could we get a comeback? We're not doing... Actually, overall stat-wise, it's pretty even. Yeah, I guess it's not been as bad as I've been saying, but I don't know. It just... These are the games last season we would have won. These games we played pretty even, could have gone even way, and we would have won. Maybe we've just been really lucky the last 2 seasons. Maybe I've been overestimating these teams, and we just were really lucky the last 2 seasons. Or maybe I've become too confident. Maybe that's something as well. The last 2 seasons I was very cautious because I didn't think we were good enough, especially the first season. God, we definitely weren't good enough that first season. I don't know how we did as well as we did. But maybe it's because I played cautiously. And maybe I've lost that because we've done so well. Maybe I've become... I'm trying to analyze myself as a manager, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Because, I mean, if you knew it was going wrong, you'd be able to fix it very easily. Then there'd be nothing going wrong. But Rodrigo, give us the chance. Give us hope. And no. Okay, Goodmanson. Rodrigo. I kept you on because I'm being serious. I'm not lying to you guys. He was great, especially the last month. A lot of the goals came from him, or he scored some great goals. It was like watching Ayew from like 2 seasons ago, again. Olsen hits it up, but we couldn't get it. Southampton have the ball now. We've got 30 seconds left. They're coming in on the attack. Can we? Nope. That's it. It's going to be 2-1. Southampton. You're getting sacked in the morning. The Swans are getting sacked in the morning. Oh, God. I can't believe this. I really can't. I've been driving myself crazy these last 2 months just trying to find something to get this team to work. I don't want to change too much, though. This has been assertive, yeah. Not happy at all. Get your act together, guys. Get your act together. We got Rapid Wien next. You better win that game. You better win that game and hope that we get through in Europe. Because so far, yeah, they want a top half finish. Not looking great. We're 17th. We're one above the relegation zone. And we have a game in hand against 2 of those teams. This is, yeah, this is pretty... This is what you call a collapse. This is what we know as a collapse. Now I know how Mourinho felt when he was at Chelsea. And he won the league, then the next season they performed terribly. But yeah. Well, I'll keep marching on, guys. I'm going to keep fighting like a swan, because we all know swans are known for their great fighting spirit. And I'm not actually joking. Swans have great fighting spirit. But this month we got Rapid Wien, which we have to win, really. Then we got Brentford, Burnley, and we got Stuttgart as well. We have to win these 2 Premier League games, because then we've got Arsenal and Man United. And so if we're going to go to the middle of December and we've lost those 4 games, I think I'll be sacked, probably. So is that 47% now? Yeah. They're satisfied for now, but how long will that continue? How's the dressing room? It's good, average, very good. You know, the players like me, but I'm failing to impress some of the players. What is something going on here? Is something going on that I don't know? They all support me. Is it because you guys just, you know, aren't your main team? I don't know. Maybe that's... But yeah, okay. I'll try and look into it, as I have tried to do the last 2 months, but yeah. I've been NG Paradox, and this has been Swansea. See ya.